We hot.
Good morning, Wednesday.
Good morning.
And welcome back to another episode of
We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. But we do. We shouldn't have a podcast, but we do. It's Hawaiian shirt day at the office.
I kind of made it Hawaiian shirt day.
You did make a Hawaiian shirt day, and then you know what I said? Respect, and I'll raise you one Hawaiian shirt.
You look nice. Where did you get that? I can't remember. I'm assuming LA.
Got it in the LA airport.
That's right.
When I came out there to see you when you were working on a record.
Yep.
And I bought this at the airport when we traveled back together, and then there was a snowstorm.
Yeah. Actually, you deserve elite status for that. Because you were in season, y'all had a week off, and you flew from Bosnia to LA.
And I didn't even tell the team I was going. The team had no clue that I had even went to Los Angeles. Even by the time I came back, they were like, "Oh, so how was do?" I was like, "Oh,
I
great."
feel like you would never do that now. Like, no, not about me. I'm just saying, like...
No, I was going to say, yeah, you're probably right now.
No, seriously. Like, I mean, it's obviously different. Like, the relationship dynamic changes. But you were, like, really making sure I knew that you were pursuing me.
Yeah.
And I respect the heck out of it.
Yeah, I would do it again.
Oh,
I would. No, 100%. It depends on the circumstances, what we got going on in our lives, for sure. I don't think I'll ever have a team that's that lenient again.
Yeah, they
probably not.
You.
I mean, they literally let me do anything and everything, but because obviously we were winning first and foremost, and then secondly, I just had a really good GM, really good coach,
and you're just really hot. Babe, you look so hot today.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
This blue, when you're tanned and golden and you have the blue, I can't.
Little cobalt blue,
and I'm like over here and.
You look good, great too. What is
I should put something on my face.
You think so?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about my pimple patch.
I don't think anybody would have noticed.
Should I just leave it?
Just barely.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Leave it. I love the realness about it. Tell us about your themed shirt before I.
Yeah, so this shirt I got in New Orleans, I don't know, a long time ago. Yeah. And because we're drinking Café Du Monde this week, since it's the brew of the week.
brew of the week.
I just saw it in my closet. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I saw it in my closet and I just thought,
this is cute.
I should wear it in honor.
I like this. Respect.
And it's just kind of Louisiana week around here because of the coffee, because of my family.
Your family's coming.
I'm getting in the Louisiana mindset.
Are they make what's the beignet situation looking like?
We should make beignets.
I think so too.
Of course you do.
Of
course you
do. I'm loving the fit, and then also my hat actually came in yesterday. This is if anybody remembers the shirt that I wore that said Jesus is coming. It was a tank top, same company,
and the brown shirt I wore.
In the brown shirt you wore as well. It's called Heaven's Fashion House, and this hat is absolutely fire.
Appreciate
it. Thank you. I didn't take it off yesterday. As soon as I opened it up, I was like, I kept it on for a little bit.
It's probably because I hyped you up so much. I couldn't stop kissing you.
That's exactly what it was. You kept complimenting me on it, so I said, I might as well keep it on for a little bit.
It looks fire. And you made us our coffee this morning, as you usually do. I opted for an iced Café Du Monde coffee, and I'm loving it. Thank you.
Of course. How's it taste?
It's good.
I feel like
it's good. I'm trying not to be like drinking all this nasty sugar and things like that, and so
I didn't put any sugar in it today.
I know.
Just a creamer, but no, actually I didn't drop any sugar in it. I feel like you manage my expectations when I make you coffee, when I do things like this, so that because you know my personality, and if you tell me that it's like I like it, or it's like subpar, or you think it could be better, you know that I'm going to try harder. I'm going to keep doing it to improve it, which then benefits you. I feel like you have manipulated me in that way.
No, it's learning the system.
What?
I've put a system in place.
You put a system in place for what?
To make sure that I get coffee. in the morning.
So I am correct. Okay, cool.
No, it's the same thing as you being like, you lay out the podcast equipment so well, babe.
I honestly, but the thing is that I don't mind doing those things because like I said, I just pop right up anyways. Like I know it needs to get done. So in my mind, I'm like, why would I wait for you to roll out of bed, come downstairs?
No, don't act like that. This morning,
then
so
we'd really be behind schedule.
This morning, I do not. Come on, I'm never that late. Maybe a couple minutes here or there.
Couple minutes here and there, you know.
But this morning, Jackie got up at 4:30. I woke up and I was like, what's happening? I don't know why I couldn't remember
where I was at,
what was going on. Like I was
so you
like,
just assumed I was just gone.
No, I was like, do we have a flight? Like what's happening? Like why are we getting up at 4:30? Is something like I think also that's just triggering for me.
Yeah, no, but for sure.
I saw the time and I was like, what's going on? Are we okay?
Yeah, no,
but we're fine.
Yeah, we're all that is not a great feeling because I've definitely like woken up from naps and stuff while I've been in season and been like, wait, am I supposed to be somewhere? Like woke up at night, thought it was the morning, and thought I had overslept my alarm clock, like just wild things like that. Yeah, that's not a great feeling.
It wasn't a great feeling, but
sorry for panicking you.
I realized pretty shortly after and remembered that you had basketball this morning.
Yeah.
So
we got it in.
Yeah,
it was good. Yep. Solid.
You went to play and came back, and I was up and I was moving and I was already down here. Thank you.
No, you were doing good.
Dang it. I forgot again to record a TikTok. I want to do a morning routine so bad for TikTok, which by the way, I'm like kind of like back on TikTok. That's a big announcement.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah. Like I posted again yesterday. So pretty big deal.
Well, go check her out. Go check you out then.
Yeah. Go check out my TikTok.
And when you're doing that, go over to Wishap and follow Wishap.
I'm weak.
Funnel them.
Yeah. So big deal. Anywho, I wrote something down clearly that I wanted to talk about.
Canada fires.
No, I know, but what was under?
And I also want to say before we continue this any further, rest in peace to Ryan Mallet.
Yeah.
He was a little bit before. I think he was born 1988, so he was a couple years older than me, but I definitely remember him when he was playing football in Arkansas. And it's just really sad when you feel like when somebody in the sports community loses their life, it feels like for whatever reason you always feel some connection to it.
Yeah.
Just because you're like, I've had a brother that in sports that's passed away.
You're your best friend.
Something, and very tragic like that. You just can't imagine how his family feels. Like we all know how we felt when Kobe passed away.
It's horrible.
So just prayers for his family and obviously his former teammates and, obviously the people close to him that are, probably struggling, that are struggling today. So just wanted to say that really quick.
No, I'm so glad you did.
Yeah.
I co-signed that.
Yeah.
So I guess a couple other, this is not great news either, is the Canadian fires are still wildfires.
Update me on that because I'm lagging on that. Between the submersive Canada fires, I had heard that New York was a little bit like New York had smog or whatever that was coming across. So I'm not familiar with anything going on.
Now it's down in the Midwest. So Chicago and Detroit had
fires?
They had air quality record. I don't know how to say this.
Record-setting air quality.
Yeah, for the world. It's two of the worst cities in the world yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, for air quality because of the Canadian wildfires. So there's no telling what Canada's like.
How did the fire start?
I have no clue.
I'm very curious.
It's a wildfire. So.
Wildfire, but did it start from a campfire? Did somebody knock some over? Was it just too hot? Was there not enough rain in that area?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was so dry. Yeah, because I know they can typically start from that, and from California, I know that they start from the heat. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, and I'm just picturing Chicago looking like Gotham City.
Yeah, I have, and that's the crazy thing is all the people I even follow from Chicago, I haven't even seen anything about it. So
really?
Yeah, not as of recent.
Yeah, yesterday they said it was one of the worst cities in the world for air quality.
Jeez.
I don't know why that was so hard for me to spit out.
That's okay.
Sometimes don't you ever just get like panicked when it comes down to like saying things correctly about news, like wording things right?
No.
Oh.
Not really.
Oh.
I mean, I'm more of like what did we say yesterday? What the pastor say? She said fire than aim.
Oh yeah.
More of a fire than aim
That's hilarious.
type of guy.
Yeah.
If it lands, it lands. If not, you know what I meant.
Yeah. This is some other really like important news.
Important. Shout out.
Because you promised me you would get me a Costco card once we're home for good from Europe. And Costco's like all up in the news right now.
Why?
Because they're cracking down.
On what?
They're cracking down on memberships. People using other people's membership cards and all this. Now you got to show your ID with your membership card when you check out.
Dang.
Yep. It's a big
Costco,
deal.
that's weak. Costco. I was never even a big Costco guy. Like I didn't need 100 bags of chips.
You actually do, because I'm buying you chips every 3 days.
I don't need 60 gallons of milk. You know what I'm saying?
Then no, you need to change your perspective.
I don't need 50 boxes of pretzels.
It's not like that.
What do you mean it's not like that?
It doesn't have to be that much.
Aren't you just buying in bulk?
Yeah, you're buying in bulk, but like
we're a household of 2. What are you stockpiling for?
For the summer, like for like chips and things like that, we could go to the grocery store once and not have to do this whole hoopla every week.
Has somebody, maybe you know this, has somebody done the breakdown of is that really cost effective over time?
It doesn't matter because you're going to spend the money either way at once or over the next 3 months.
It does matter though, because what if you get, all right, let's say you get 80 bags of chips. And they all expire on June 26th. June 26th.
Well, why would they expire when you just bought them? No, chips last like 3 years.
All right, I'm saying June 26th of 2024. Now, let's say you don't get through 80 bags of chips. Let's say you're a person like us that travels. Can we take those chips with us? Do those chips expire? You're actually losing money on the back end. Are you not?
I like can't even engage with this.
You're not?
I can't even engage with this.
Am I tripping? Am I tripping?
Yes.
How am I tripping?
Yes.
Tell me.
If I bought us 80 bags of chips, you would eat those in 3 weeks.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I know who I'm married to.
80 bags of chips.
Costco, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Chips.
I'm with y'all.
I mean, I'm just never been the guy that's been gassed off a Costco card.
That's fine. I am the girl that wants to get the Costco card, and you're married to that girl, and we're one.
Can somebody in the comments here tell me what the advantages of a Costco card versus not having a Costco card are?
I think it's pretty clear. It's
like,
lower prices for bulk things.
But I feel like with big families of 5, 6.
Yeah, or like when we did
sense.
Bloom Retreat, like we needed to go like stock the for
so
the retreat and like for businesses for.
I just never think a household of 2. I don't think that you would have to shop at Costco, but I mean, I guess.
I didn't say we'd have to, but I'm saying like one day.
What would be the point of having a membership if you didn't shop there all the time?
Oh my gosh. I'm not saying we have to. I would say it's a want. It's definitely a want. Yeah. But for me, I would like to get our bulk items there, like things, all the non-perishables there, and then go to Trader Joe's on a weekly basis for like protein and like sides and stuff.
I got what you're saying.
But like y'all eat cereal and chips and oatmeals and things like packaged things, like dry, like whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all eat that stuff every day. Y'all as in you, our son, our siblings. Like we have people in and out of this house at all times.
Lucas is way more of a snacker than me.
I have group here, once a week. We have people over all the time. We have family in and out. Like this stuff gets eaten.
Sounds like you're trying to sell me on Costco card.
You know I'm right.
We'll agree to disagree on this.
Oh my gosh.
I need to know. I don't know much about Costco other than I've been there probably 5-6 times. I've been to Sam's Club maybe 5-6 times my whole life. It just never was around me, never was a thing. So I don't know what I can't give really an opinion on it. It just seems. Why don't you 100 bag of chips? I don't know. You tell me. Anyways.
I can't. Anywho.
We
tried to watch The Bachlorette last night.
I'm a week. I didn't even see you.
What?
You are a literal fool.
Why? Did I do something?
No, I don't think so.
Do you hear that?
I do.
It's buzzy. Is it your phone? Something's buzzing. Oh, there we go.
There you go. It was a plug. My bad.
Anywho.
My bad.
We tried to watch Bachlorette last night. Boy, oh boy.
We got through the first 10 minutes.
I don't even think we got through that.
I was like, as soon as you turned it on, I like brain clicked off.
I can't. Like, I can't do it. I don't know what it is. She seems really sweet and so on and so forth. It's so slow and it's so just forced. Like, I can't.
Yeah. No, it was, I mean, I don't have much of an opinion on it, to be honest. It was very slow.
We were going to watch it for you guys, and we may catch an episode here or there, or maybe we'll watch highlights. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
You're listening to it.
I don't have much of an opinion on it, to be honest. She seems really sweet, really nice.
Yep.
They gave highlights for the season, and maybe that's even what it was too, is that the highlights from what they showed is going to happen this year. It wasn't even something that you're like, oh, to us. You know, like that looks like something I'm going to tune in for. So
y'all tell us, is the Bachelorette still popping? Like, are y'all still watching this? Like, we were talking about this yesterday. Yeah. Like, I feel like we don't see much about it anymore.
I was going to say, the last time I even remotely remember it even being, like, popping is, like, right around the time Colton was on it. Like, that's, like, in my memory, I obviously went to school with him, but it's like that was on my radar.
Yeah.
From being like, oh, people still on it. Okay, that show's still kind of going on, and it seemed like they kind of still had people's eye from all the stuff like around it. I think Bachelor in Paradise to me is way more entertaining.
Yeah, but like,
and I enjoy.
I know there's like Bachelor Nation. There's like those diehard fans, but as far as like, pop culture as a whole, does anyone care?
They definitely have to care if they still. I mean, what season are they in? Season like 40?
800? I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean. Yeah, it's just
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's just kind of what I said. I was like, all right.
I meant to say this earlier. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna toot my own horn. Horn.
Are you? Toot away. What's going on?
No, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, I guess. I'm just gonna shameless plug that I posted a demo yesterday on Instagram.
I meant to bring that up in the chit chat.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Did.
It's just, it was.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What you got for us?
No, I'm so happy that you posted that song.
Because it's about you.
No, not because it's about me, but because I think that is one of the songs that I've heard that I'm just like, I know is a banger.
Oh my gosh.
And I know it's a hit. And
a banger.
I've known that since you've let me listen to it, which was still a few times after you had, got everything, sorted out with it. But
it's a fun song.
And I'm glad people picked up that it was you, because it sounds like you, but I'm saying that initially at the start, I want to know if people are looking to see what you're wearing or if people are looking to hear what the music is. My neck. Because did you say anything about it actually on the actual post?
Did you not read my post?
I did read the post, but I'm saying
You know what? Just go ahead and unfollow me at this point. Okay. Yes, I said it was my demo, and I said who I wrote it with, and that it was about you.
I didn't see that.
And that is on. Wow.
And that is all. Did you change it?
Jackie, no.
No, because I saw the top part.
You know what?
I saw Annalise.
Like, this literally is block worthy.
I saw Annalise and Olivia. And this is the other thing.
Annalise and Olivia?
Alice. This is what happened. I'll explain it. There's a perfect.
I'm sure there is.
Perfect explanation for this. The perfect explanation for this. You showed it to me on your phone. Do you remember? I was sitting right there. I was walking through the living room, and you go, "I want you to watch this with me."
On
and
your
you
phone?
Showed, and
no.
You took it out of my hand. No, you took my phone out of my hand.
No, I didn't. I walked over here with you, and I said, I want you to watch my reel, and I said, I'm going to watch it with you on your phone. I verbatim said that.
Man, this is wild.
I verbatim said that.
No, you had it on my phone, and you showed it. Oh,
no, like
man.
you just,
this
I
hilarious.
can't. No.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, so
you've gone to
funny,
some massive,
funny.
You've gone to some massive extent,
Jackie,
this morning,
Carmichael,
to try and make
on,
it look
honey
like
Blossom. Just say you didn't read the caption. It's no biggie. You watched the video.
I did watch the video. That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Yeah, we're talking
that.
about the caption.
Yes, and I'm saying when you did that, you were holding it in your hand,
honey,
and you were doing the swiping,
honey. That's okay.
Here, I'll go read it right now.
I'm literally talking about in the song how you're honest like the gospel, and we're doing this. This is nutty.
I am honest.
Okay, then be honest with us. You just didn't see the caption.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm the most honest person alive. So.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to say. You trying to speak down on my character? Tell us about that song. Actually, I want to actually know where that was. I actually
retract every lyric. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, all I saw was I said Alice and Olivia.
You said Elise or something. Annalise is what you said.
Did I say Annalise?
Yes.
That's my bad. But I just read the top part, and then I saw the emojis, and then that was it.
And
you want to know how I know I didn't watch it on? Know how I didn't watch it on my phone? It was on your phone because the post wasn't even liked yet. So I know you had it in your hand because I would have double tapped it.
You didn't like it either. Oh, honey.
You know what? I can't even engage.
I love you.
I can't even plug into this.
Yeah. So basically, when we got done with the podcast yesterday and we were talking about being delusional, I was like, today's the day. Let me just be delusional. But I think I just have so many songs that I've written over the years, over the last like 2-3 years, that only people close to me have gotten to hear. And I used to be more like, I don't want to put it out until I'm releasing it so that people can go listen, but I just don't care anymore. Like, I genuinely just want people to hear this stuff. I love it. I don't want it to die in a Dropbox. Like, I want it to have a life. And
can you put it on SoundCloud?
I don't know, maybe. This is the part where it's like, there's other writers involved. There's the producer involved. And like, if I wanted to put that song out, I'd most likely have to pay $7,000.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks. Even though we all three contributed our creative like contribution to the song. It's my voice. I still have to pay someone in order to put that song out. And that's what I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
And it's like, so right now I'm just going to release demos on the gram for fun when I feel like it.
You're just going to drop, you're just going to slow burn.
If I get sued, I get sued. I don't know. It's just.
Well, if you get sued, we get sued. So let's do it.
We've already been sued before. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
No, but I think you just get to the point where you're like, I just want what I made. Like, it's like childlike. You're like, I just want to show people what I made, and it's like, it's not that deep. Like, I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm not going to make money off of it. Like, I wanted to do a try on haul with those Alice and Olivia clothes.
Yeah.
And every time you do a reel, obviously you're faced with what song should I use? And I was like, I'm just going to use my own.
I love that.
And that's what it came down to.
I love that type of proactiveness.
Yeah. But the song I wrote about you.
I love it.
When we were engaged.
I love that. And there's another one I want you to, my favorite. I would love for you.
Do you know the name of it? Guys. I'm done. I'm done.
You can't remember half the things I tell you. So
no,
don't.
I was gonna say I can't remember half the songs I've written, but
I was gonna say you really put me underneath the gun right now.
You do what you do. You do what you do. Knew that. Come on.
I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank, people. I'm drawing a blank, people.
Give me that. Going through the motions
Oh, well, just sing on the podcast for us then. Do it. I'll take a little show.
That's it. Yeah. I think that's the one you always say.
Performance?
Yeah. No, it's you do what you do.
You do what you do. You do what you do. I knew that.
Or you also like How Human I Am.
How Human is what I was thinking of. No. I like You Do What You Do.
You like both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both are fire songs.
Thanks. I really like the we have You Do What You Do, and then we have Where I Go.
Where I Go.
The one I just recorded. The demo needs to, like, I want it to be different before I put it out, but
yeah, I
really love that song.
I mean, I'm with it. I love it. I love giving people a little sneak peek. Just seeing what happens.
It's a vibe.
It is a vibe. They're all a vibe. It's been stuck in my head.
It made me want to like just sit down and start writing again, and it made me want to just share everything that's sitting in a dark Dropbox room or a text thread.
It's quite the imagery.
Like even Porcelain that I wrote in Turkey by myself.
Yeah.
I love that song. And I'm just like, I'm past the point where I'm like, it doesn't need bells and whistles. I heard a sermon. I was inspired. I wrote a song about it. Mm-hmm. If that's all it ever is, it's all it ever is. It means something to me, and it feels so good when I sing it. And I just think it's beautiful.
I love that. And like I said, I'm in full support of you. Giving us little teasers.
I'm done with you, Costco.
Costco. I kind of giving Costco vibes today. They blue and red, right?
There's red and white, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely, the Costco guy.
Okay.
It's never. For I want people to tell me the advantages of what the Costco card. I feel like this is my whole thing, right?
Oh Lord, you got a thing now. You didn't even you haven't thought about Costco ever in your life, and now you got a thing with Costco.
You brought it up.
All right, what's your thing?
Costco's not. All right, my thing is that with this cracking down on the memberships, right? This is what you said. You said cracking down on memberships.
Stop. I can't take it.
So.
Oh yeah, massage my neck. It's actually like it really needs to pop. Keep going though.
All right.
It's like I want you to do it, but I don't want you to literally break my neck. Like I just want.
Man, we are filming.
It's fine. This is the perfect time. I'm very tense. Continue.
All right. So with the membership, are they doing this to drive like consumerism in a sense of like now they just want people, like they got people like you on a podcast going, everyone, hey, Costco's is limiting memberships. Try and go get one. Try to go get one now.
They're not limiting.
Try to go get one now. And if you don't did Costco pay you to promo on our thing? And I just don't know about it.
I wish, honey.
Because
I wish they'd pay me in a box of 80 bags of chips. I wish, because yo behind eats them. Whatever. We buy 24 a week. I'm not kidding. The variety pack is 24. Right. Guess how many we have left? 4.
All right. You're distracting me. So what I'm trying to say is they're doing this to try to drive consumerism, to try and make you want to go and buy a Costco card. And they're like, oh, goofies, gotcha. And they're just signing everybody up.
Goofettes, by the way.
And they're just signing everybody up.
No.
Because people like you believe that they're going to limit memberships. Why would they limit?
That wasn't the article, honey.
What's
Bob,
the article?
How the heck did you twist that? The article is that they're cracking down because it's a recession.
Yeah.
And to keep the prices low and stuff, it has to be fair. It has to be only to the people that have a membership. It can't be to the whole world.
So everyone else then would have to go buy the membership. I mean, Costco must be falling on hard times. If they're I'm not taking the bait, Costco. Prove it y'all really about what y'all say. So prove it y'all gonna stand on it. Anybody got a Costco card, let me borrow one and walk up in there and see if they really monitoring this. Or unless they're just saying this.
What do you think it was like to be called into the team meeting the day that they cracked down?
Hey, so Or who somebody had to get fired for that. No
like,
question.
I wish they would do like a like almost like Jury Duty, the show Jury Duty. Have we talked about that? Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't talk about that on the show. We didn't. I don't think so.
Because we watched it over the weekend. Yes, we did. Surely. Oh. How do we not remember? Like, our memories are terrible.
I've been knowing that. You posted about it on your story, but we did not talk about it.
Okay, well, Jury Duty is a show on Amazon that
it's very Office-like.
Yes, it's filmed very much like The Office, and basically everyone is an actor except for one person, and this one person truly believes they're filming a documentary about being called to jury duty, and so they get sequestered. It's a whole thing. It's freaking hilarious, and I just love when creatives will take risks and challenges like this, because it wasn't a shoe-in. Like, there was no way for them to be able to
know if this was gonna work.
Like,
for
foolproof do this, because you have an unstable variable, like in the sense of like you have one person that doesn't know what's going on, so they have to react and do, but they still had scripts, so it was just
the
so
script
good.
itself look insane, because they show you the last episode of how they did everything, and they would have like those things where it's like, if subject does this, say this, if subject does this, react this way. Like, there was a part
so they had to memorize 2 to 3 scripts basically in their head.
Exactly. And there was and then they had one famous person come into, like, almost like
James Marsden,
the guy Cyclops from X-Men, or the other guy in The Notebook.
I was about to say, what is it? He's like, why doesn't anyone ever remember that I was in The Notebook?
He goes, yeah. I remember you from X-Men. And
he's like, and The Notebook. And what was the animated movie?
He said Entangled. He was the prince Entangled. And so he was like, Entangled. And so even his whole thing, like, he starts playing a different character halfway through because of the movie he's like test shooting for. But it is a great show.
Bottom line, I think it would be a great like sequel or series if they did it in the
grocery store.
Well, yeah, in the staff room at Costco.
I was just thinking that, like, if the sequel needs to be a fake grocery store and have a
real grocery store but fake employees, fake customers, everything. Everyone's actors except for one of the employees.
Amazon, hit us up. We got the idea for this.
I'm sure Amazon's listening. So is Costco. But yeah, I'm just picturing that. Like, I'm picturing them all like getting there and getting this announcement where the manager's like, so corporate called and this is very serious. I know we need to take this seriously. And all the employees like leaving the meeting being like, bro, this is so dumb. You
got Billy, and
they've been letting all their siblings come in, use their card for
sure, because they get they get the extra discount, no question.
You think?
This actually reminds me of a story. So, I actually used to work in a grocery store. I was a bag boy.
Here we go.
I was a bag boy in a grocery store at Dillon's.
We know.
Formerly known as Kroger.
We know.
Anyway, so I was a bag boy there. I started off as a bag boy and then got promoted to cashier. And when I was a bag boy, I worked with this guy named Cowboy Joe from Colorado. And when I tell you, this was probably the most insane work environment I've ever been a part of. He was cussing in front of the customers. I mean, it could have. I mean, he was one of those guys. Like, he just like did whatever at work. Like, he would take, 2-hour long break, like lunch breaks, like just insane stuff.
Just kind of whatever fit his fancy.
He was like
Cowboy Joe.
Cowboy Joe.
Dang.
Cowboy Joe.
How do you get to like call yourself and like introduce yourself by cowboy? Like, how does that happen? Do you just decide one day and then everyone has to fall in line, or like, was that his first name?
I made up that nickname for him.
Oh.
So I called him Cowboy Joe. I don't know if he liked that or not. At one day his name was Joe, and he said he was always talking about, oh yeah, over there in Colorado. I was like, you know what, Cowboy Joe?
You hit the chord again. You keep stepping on it.
There you go. It's my bad. Anyways.
Wow.
But, yeah, Ronald.
The Chronicles of Jack and Joe.
Yeah, I don't want to go down that long. That could take up a whole another 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's move on. I like that. Let's move on. I put a little doodad, a little questionnaire on my Instagram for our Wishappers.
Yeah.
And we got some questions because
Okay.
I was thinking maybe on Wednesdays we could do Wishappers Wednesdays.
Wishapper Wednesdays.
Yep. And because we're going to start putting on our Instagram Wishapp approved post.
Correct.
And just share with you guys some, whether it be household items or clothing items or I don't know, places, I don't know. Whatever thing we want to put on there on Wednesdays of things that we approve that we would recommend to you guys.
Or of experience.
So I feel like advice goes hand in hand with that.
I would agree.
So we could call this, Wishappers Wednesdays or
Wishapper approved.
Or that, or I really like Wishapper Hotline.
Wishapper Hotline. Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Working
title. So I'm going to pick a question and then you can pick a question.
Yep, let it fly.
All right.
Am I answering or are we both going to answer?
No, we're both going to answer.
Cool, let's do it.
Okay, so Maddie asked us, what do you appreciate most about each other and yourselves currently?
I'm going to say I appreciate your humor. I appreciate your understanding. And I appreciate your gentleness with things.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a dream for me to hear. I've never been called gentle.
Yeah. You've like really, I think we both have really turned a corner in our relationship in our first year of marriage.
Because of Jesus.
Because of Jesus. Yeah, that's kind of, sorry, I stalled out. But yeah,
no.
that's kind of
take all the time you need. If you have any more stored up there, I'm
but yeah, I would say those
are
like the main three things that I've really noticed that what was the question again?
what hold on, let me reread it. What do you appreciate most about each other and yourselves currently?
Yeah. And then ourselves, what I appreciate between ourselves. This is
going to be a long list. What do you appreciate about yourself too? Appreciate about yourself as well.
Oh, where do I begin? I just crack myself up, to be completely honest. Gosh. I think that I would like to say that just being perceptive and trying to be lighthearted and just bringing just lightness. I try to just be light and just fun, understanding. And I'm not as gentle as you are with things, but I feel like I'm getting to that point.
Yeah.
I'm working there. So that's what I would say.
Nice.
I
love it.
Nothing too crazy. But can I grab the iPad from you?
Yeah. Do you want me to answer?
Oh, yes. I would love for you to answer. Go for it.
What I appreciate about you the most currently is I feel like you have a newfound vulnerability that I'm seeing.
Okay.
And I'm really appreciating it. Like you're opening up about things that I feel like you used to be more closed off on. Wow. That's kind of like what vulnerability is. And it just makes me feel closer to you. It makes me feel more connected to you. It makes me feel trusted by you. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Loving that. I'm also loving like your willingness to grow and your willingness to like be open to approaching things in a new way.
Yeah.
And I attribute that to Jesus. Absolutely. And so that's been really cool to see and really cool to be like your partner through, because I think sometimes, a lot of times, at least the older generation will be like, who you married today is who you'll be married to 50 years from now. You know what I mean? Like they
that was a good granny voice.
Thank you. They hammer that in your brain. Like your partner's never going to grow or evolve or change at like his core. Mm-hmm. And I just have never been okay with that, because I'm such a, like, I want to grow. I want to evolve. I want to.
Yeah.
What?
No, I was just going to say, we both on that one. Like I can never get on board with, oh, that's just how I am.
Right.
I refuse, like, that'll never be something with me that I'll ever, like, accept. I'm like, no. You can change.
Yeah.
You just have to want to.
And that's,
you know?
That's what I've loved about you from the beginning. I knew you had that in you, but I'm actually seeing that, you know, and like there's so many things that from our childhood or from like that, I'm not trying to say like childhood trauma. I'm just saying
you're good.
Behaviors that we've been partaking in since we were kids or like as adults or whatever that we both look at and we're like, we don't want that person, to be us. And we're actually taking the steps to better ourselves in that degree. So I appreciate your willingness and desire to grow.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That's really nice of you.
Yep. And then about myself, I truly feel like I'm starting or have been in a season of like letting go of my perfectionism. Mm-hmm. And it's so freeing. And I just feel like Jesus is like walking me through this process so gently and lovingly. And then also just, I think my like discipline and my, I don't know, just, I think right now, like my turn to Jesusness.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like I have a reliance on him that I've always needed. And I want that to deepen and deepen and deepen. But right now I'm like really trying to practice the thing of like when I have a thought, emotion or whatever, or a problem to immediately go to him.
Yeah. I love that, baby.
Yeah.
It's really profound. It's really good. Is this the only one?
There's two pages. Two of them? Why are you using
you know what? That's a great question. That's a great question. What's something you wish you knew 10 years ago? This is from Table and Tide.
It's not that serious. It's not that deep.
Say it again.
Yeah. It's not that serious. Ooh, it's not that deep. Da-dum, da-dum, dum-dum.
Amen, sister. Put your hands in the air.
In the air.
And wave them around like you just don't care.
And wave them around like you just don't care.
I don't know why I came in like that.
I loved it. Baby, I loved it. Stand on it.
Stand on that. What's something wish I knew 10 years ago?
My turn.
There you go. Sorry about that. I wish I knew about Bitcoin 10 years ago.
Final answer?
No.
It doesn't have to be deep.
No, 10 years ago, I wish...
Ooh, someone's mowing.
Someone is going to town on the lawn. Holy moly. That boy got the weed clipper, or the weed eater going. One thing I knew about 10 years ago. I would say just there's a lot of things. I'm just like,
okay, let's wrap this up. What is it? Just give us one. If it's Bitcoin, it's Bitcoin.
Yeah, we'll say Bitcoin. Sure.
Okay. Do you want more time to think of something?
Yeah, I mean, we could say something like this would be very, very much like people be like, oh yeah. I feel like basketball. There's things I wish I knew in basketball from 10 years ago. If I knew 10 years ago what I knew now, would have been super beneficial. Yeah. Anyway, sorry for that long drawn out dramatic pause.
It's okay. You're just kind of pondering life, right?
I was really thinking about like even the past like last 10 years. I'm like, okay.
Wow, they really got you with that one.
Stumped me with that one. It's a good question.
There's actually some good ones, so I want to answer a couple more.
Okay.
If there was one message you wish more people knew about God, what would it be? I love this. I immediately when I read it was just that he's a friend. I know for me growing up in a Baptist church, it was a very different God that was portrayed to me, or maybe that was just how I received it. I don't know. Honestly, kids will be kids. I don't know. But I remember being like super intimidated by God, and this also could just be a personality thing, and wanted to please God, and that's good, but it's bad when it becomes like your only relationship to him is wanting to please him, like he doesn't need us to like try to impress him or this, like, you know what I mean? He just wants our time and our heart, and he just wants to do life with us, and he wants to be a friend to you, and he wants to talk to you about every little thing. And just like, I think that friendship piece, that like loving father piece, that like I feel like, especially if someone who doesn't know Holy Spirit or doesn't know Jesus or doesn't know that relationship could read the Bible and immediately be like, oh my gosh, this is so rigid, or rules and this and that, and it's scary and it's intimidating. And his character is just so much more than like the laws of the Old Testament, you know what I mean? Like that's like, he loves us so deeply and just cares about every detail of our hearts and our minds. And he's so patient, and he's so kind, and he's so joyful, and he's so just caring. I don't know. Yeah.
I love that.
So that would be mine. It's just that like loving God and father side that I feel like I missed for so long.
Yeah. And that love doesn't ever waver, or, you know, he's always going to love us. I would say it's a really good question. And I would say, that he's always with you. Oh, and that he's always gonna fight for you. And like, for whatever reason, Romans 8:1 is just like, since I've heard that and since I've seen it, and obviously I've read it, not recently, but that I've read it. And so it's just, you know, if Jesus is for you, it's like, who can be against you? Yeah. And that to me is just so powerful, in the sense of like, he is always for you. He is always with you. He's always going to fight for you. And it's like, we do things that kind of mute him or disconnect us from him, and then we can't feel him around us, and we just think, oh, just Jesus just left us, the Holy Spirit. And it's just like, no, he is right there. You just have to figure out ways to tap into that. And he's not going out of his way to try and ruin your life. He's not going out of his way to, you know, make your life any harder than what it needs to be. And I think I definitely struggled with that for a while, of just being like, why am I going through this? Like, why does he want me to experience this? Why? And it's like, no, but he is right here with me. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to let me fail. His plan for me is his plan. Yeah. And I'm just trying to walk down that path as best as possible. I've strayed from side to side from time to time, but at the end of the day, he's always going to put you back center, or call you back. Or he's always going to have the choice to listen. Call you back center, and you have the choice to listen
or to answer.
And so I just always look at, like, you know, just Jesus always like I always like vision him like picking up that sword for me, and always like wanting to go fight with me. Like, I don't have to do that. Yeah. So that's what I would say. It's a really good question.
That was really good, babe.
Yeah. Somebody asked you can answer this one quick. Are you going on tour anytime soon?
No.
I won't be going on tour either, just if you're curious.
Maybe again one day. I hope again one day.
Would you want to go back on tour someday?
Of course.
Yes. Okay, cool. I love that. Yeah, this is another good one. What's your definition of success?
Love. We answered all three of theirs. We probably should.
We did. They actually had 3 great questions. This is Table and Tide again. Shout out.
My definition of success is like based on my, like, the health of my relationship with the Lord. Like, if I feel like I am aligned with what he's calling me to do, and that could be, I don't know if, I believe there's like multiple callings that he has, or I don't know. I think it's seasonal callings even. And then maybe like a grand scheme of life calling, but just in general being aligned with what he's asking of me, and just intimacy with him. Like that feels like success to me, because I know when I'm there, he has everything for me. Like, he has everything I need. He's my provider. He's my protector. He's everything. And so it's like, if that is if he's on the throne of my life, I'm successful. I'm bearing fruit.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you. And I think if you would have asked me this question probably 3-4 years ago, I would have said the definition of success. Yes. Success. I would definitely have said, making sure my family is taken care of, making sure that, I'm, you would say not necessarily wealth, but just making sure that, all of those things financially, the people in your life are taken care of. That's how I would have defined success, and how well off my family is how well off I am.
Which he's designed men to be that way.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the thing that men are always fighting against. And I think once I realized that it wasn't about, how much money I could put in the bank, how much, X, Y, and Z cost, that there was no value in the material items.
Yeah.
I really start to like detach myself and pull away from honestly what are the most important things in my life. My relationship with God, my relationship with my wife, and my relationship with my family. Those were the three most important things to me. And then how I'm treating people on a daily basis. And then, what am I doing to try to move my life forward, not only career wise, but in my relationship with God. Because if I know at the end of the day, if that is not good and okay, then there's no way for me to move, I guess, up in that kingdom mindset. I'm solely just going to be stuck in that one place, and I'm just going to just go in circles until, like I said, you understand that and it ties into what I just said, is like the only person that is going to really be there for you 100% of the time is God, is Jesus. If you do not have him, the things you may be able to accomplish a lot of things, but it's at the end of the day, there's going to be that wholeness. And I truly do believe that. And some people may say, well, whatever. And I can tell you, it's just, I've experienced it so many times where he's filled so many holes in me where I was just kind of like, not going to recover from that. Not going to recover from that. And, just trying to like leave. I always struggle with like leaving things in the past, and like just always trying to like look in that rear view mirror.
And he doesn't want that at all.
He does not want that.
I literally, that's going to make me cry because I'm serious, because I think sometimes when we think about the past, we think about like pain from the past or regret from the past, but sometimes too, it's encounter from the past. It's good times from the past that you think about. And I do that to myself a lot. And, this morning I was praying, I was just like, Father, like yesterday's encounter or yesterday's faith isn't good enough for me today. I need new today. I need fresh today. And so it's crazy you say that, because I do the same thing. I'll like think back to seasons of my life with the Lord that I'm like, wow, that was so sweet. I was doing that to myself this morning, even throughout our engagement year, which was a really hard year for a lot of reasons. I felt like my relationship with the Lord was so just sweet. It was so sweet. Like I just felt like there was a lot of noise around me, and I was so tuned in with him, and I don't feel like that right now. And so I was like almost comparing this season to that season, but every season with Jesus is so new. And he's showing you new things. He's teaching you new things. He's trying to talk to you in new ways. And I just feel like if we sit too much in old encounter, we sit too much in old seasons, that we're missing what he wants in this season. And so I'm honestly wrestling with that right now. Like even this morning I was praying, and I'm like, I really want to feel you, and I just don't. I'm comparing the feeling now to then, and it's just it's a different season. And the difference too is I was spending so much more time with him then. I remember we were doing Sabbath like religiously. I don't like that word, but Sabbath regularly. Like we weren't missing a Sabbath. I would turn my phone off, my computer off, my TV off, and I would read. I would sit with him for an entire day a week, and it increased my time with him during the week because it felt vital. Like I needed it. And I think I just need that time with him. But anyways, I think I went all over the place.
It's important. No, you're good. I think you just touched on like the most key thing is to spend time with him. If you do not spend time with him, then you can't know him. If I don't spend time with you, I can't know you. It's just any relationship, friendship, girlfriend, wife. If I don't spend time with you, then I won't know you.
Yeah.
And that's just how I've had to, like, not had to, that is what has been framed in my mind, is like, I need to, this relationship is so important to me. And if this relationship is important to me, then just how I would go buy you flowers, I would show that I care about you, is that I need to, you know, Jesus asked to sit with him, to listen to him, to listen to him when he speaks, when you feel him calling, to move in that way. Or if you don't, you're going to wind up in the belly of a whale. And then you're going to have to listen and confront it when you have no other option and no other choice. So, I think that that's super important for people to hear, that, if you're, and trust me, I am not the poster child for always listening to God and Jesus when they speak. I'll be completely honest. It is easier for me to sit here right now and say it. It's a lot harder to put it in action and to actually do it. And I know that. But as soon as you surrender that and make that decision, make that choice, I swear things become a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Agreed.
For real.
Isn't it crazy how different the energy change, or how big, what?
It's still early.
How different the energy is from when we start the podcast to when we end.
Yeah.
I feel like I've really been battling that too. Like I honestly think of everything in like spiritual warfare sense, but like, I feel like,
sorry.
No, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like Holy Spirit's here.
He is here. I high-fived him on the way in.
Hey. But I was feeling like, I told him this morning, I was like, I feel like my spirit's so drained. And I was feeling that when I sat down this morning. It's like, I want to be upbeat. That's who I am. I want to be joyful. That's who I am. I want to laugh. That's who I am. But sometimes it literally feels like, it's like, just, I don't know, like it's hard. And you feel like you can't figure out why can't I laugh? Why am I not like, and I don't know. I just feel him right now. It just feels light and it feels pure.
That's great, babe.
Yeah.
Tide and Table, shout out, man. Those are great questions. What is Tide and Table? Is that a restaurant?
Table and Tide. I don't know.
Table and Tide?
I think it's just like maybe a Christian account.
Maybe that is what it is.
There's two more I want to answer, and we're already 56 minutes in, but we'll just end on these.
Okay.
How did you know you were ready to marry? I'll go first. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. That's why I wanted to answer this, because that is like, people are like, you'll know when you know, and maybe that is for some people. I knew that I was making a good choice and I was making a good decision, but it was still the most freaky, scary, feel like I'm jumping off a cliff decision ever. Other people may not feel that way. For me, I'm someone that's dealt with fear my whole life, and fear of failure, fear of making the wrong decision, all this stuff. So it was a very scary decision for me. But the thing that I knew through and through was my relationship with the Lord. And I knew he would not let me fall on my face. I knew that, like, he created marriage, he created that covenant. And as long as I'm chasing him and truly seeking first the kingdom of God, that he's going to bless my marriage and that he is going to work through things with us, and it's going to be a process. But I relied on Jesus. I didn't rely on our relationship.
Yeah.
It was really where I was at.
Yeah. I would say, how did I know that we're ready? And I guess mine was a little bit different from yours, because I think I for sure was, I guess I was more in that headspace when I asked you, obviously. Yeah. But I guess I would say, not only, it was just like trusting it, and people may say, oh, it was just trusting like my instincts, and my instincts were,
you're a knower,
were down here, like in my gut. I felt that was the right decision, and I felt like God had his hand on it, to be completely honest. I didn't, maybe not at the time, was super like keyed in or locked in on that, but I think over time, I think that he's really shown me that you were the woman I was, supposed to marry. And we're in each other's lives for a reason. And I feel like a lot of decisions or choices I've made, whatever, you've provided me with so much of a way of thinking that I was not thinking before, and probably thinking that was probably going to be detrimental to me as just a man, and like trying to be out here and live in the world. I think I probably would have made maybe more costly mistakes, whatever those may have been, in all honesty. That's just me being honest. And I don't think that I would have some of the mindsets or the perception of things if it wasn't for you. And so I just thank God every day that he put you in my life. Seriously. I'm just so thankful about that. 'Cause if you weren't in my life, I think I, would have still been being a silly guy out here. So
I love you, baby.
Yeah, I love you too.
That's really, really nice. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. Well, it's true. It's the truth. But I think it was just that,
I was hot.
And you kept, and you were really hot.
I'm kidding.
But it was, everyone was like, how do you know? And I'm just like, I don't know. I can't explain that to you. It's a feeling that I have. And that,
even when he proposed, I said, are you sure?
Yeah. Are you sure? Everyone was asking if I was sure.
I'm weak. Yeah. So good. Okay. Last one. Abstinence before marriage. Everyone loved to ask us this question because I was super open about it. How to make it through and how to keep it hot without sex.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So first off,
it's a family podcast.
We both had sex before marriage. We had sex with each other before marriage. I'm just gonna throw it all out there because why not?
Throw it out there.
A couple months into our relationship, we decided to chase celibacy together, abstinence together. So we were not perfect. Even in the course of that chase, it was not perfect. It was not that's the thing I think is so intimidating to people. And that's why I want to be honest about it, is it's hard. And if you have a day where you are more tempted than another day and you partake in something that you're not proud of, whatever, you still have the choice to wake up the next day and continue to chase that with the Lord. And it was a really hard journey for the both of us, but for me, the reasoning in doing it was I want us to be to together lean on Jesus in the hardest area of our relationship. I don't even say the hardest, one of the hardest. We had other hard areas, but I think we both wanted our dependency on him to be built in the beginning. And he gives us these instructions for our own sake. It's not hey, I created sex as this really awesome thing and none of you get to do it until you're married. Ha ha ha. No, it's it's protection. It's protection. And I knew that. I had learned that. I didn't know that earlier on in my childhood. It was more of a fear-based decision for me, but to not partake. But then as an adult, I knew it was protection and I just wanted the best for our marriage. And that felt like the best decision to build a foundation with the Lord for our marriage. I think that connection is sexy. I think mental connection is sexy. I think spiritual.
That was what I was going to say.
Okay, go.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, I think when you say ways, you said ways to keep it steamy or ways to keep it hot?
Hot or steamy? Something. I think hot.
I was
I like steamy though.
Steamy. Yeah. I don't know why the word steamy popped in my head. Anyways. I think you just have to connect mentally, with a person
and spiritually
and spiritually with the person. Yes. Other than that, I think those things have to kind of lead for me. I feel like that's where kind of we were both on the same page, obviously, even though we had sex prior to us being married. So I think, leaning into just those types of things, reading together, reading the Bible together, doing things together, having shows to watch together, all of those things can be there. I mean, they're hobbies. They're hot as you make them. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Just if she doesn't have a skill or doesn't know how to do something, show her something that you're interested in, show her how to do it. Same in vice versa.
You think that's hot?
Go play pickleball together.
Yeah.
Finding
hobbies together is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Start a podcast.
Start a podcast. No, yeah. And I just want to reiterate, the season of life we were in when we met was not God was not on the throne of our lives as he should have been. And we were not making choices that honored our relationship with the Lord. And he still was convicting us. He still was chasing us. And you're never too far gone in one direction. You know what I mean? And I just want to reiterate that if this is something that you've been convicted on and you like really want to go down that path, you're not too far gone. You don't count the amount of times you've had sex or the amount of people or the whatever. I don't know. Don't play that game with yourself where it's like, well, no, if I had wanted to make this decision after the first person I slept with, then it would be okay. Like, no, that's religious. That's not the Lord. That's not the kingdom of God. Like, he wants you whenever you want to give him everything, but he wants everything. But follow, if you're convicted on this, talk to him about it. Like, I highly encourage you on that. Like, and not everyone's convictions are the same, but if you're convicted on this and this is something that you feel like the Lord's like tugging you on, then see it through and do it confidently because he has you.
I want to add to that really quick too is, in doing that as well is just, and I just lost it. But oh, sorry. No. What I was gonna say is that, he loves imperfect.
Yes.
He's not somebody that is someone that is looking for people that are striving in perfection. Yeah. And I think that's where people get mixed up, where it's like, I've done this yesterday or I did this today and there's just no coming back from it. It's like, I feel like that's where people trip themselves up, where it's like they don't even feel worthy enough to like go ask him for help. Yeah. Because they're so tripped up on like, he could never forgive me for it, or I know that this is, and he already has, or I know this is just so bad. And it's like, there's nothing too bad. There's nothing that he loves it he works to people who are imperfect, because that's when you get to see the miracle. That's when you get to see him working through. And when you see someone go, wow, they just seem so different. Yeah. And it's like, or they just seem so much lighter. They seem like they're not taking things so seriously, or their life has turned around. And, when you turn to God, you have those experiences. Yeah.
It's your testimony.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's what I meant to say.
No, you're spot on, babe. Like, he knows you. He knows everything you've done, you've not done. He created us knowing we were going to be imperfect living on this earth. There's nothing you could do or say that would surprise him. Yeah. Like coming to him and repenting about things. Like, he just already knows it.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little yawny right now. I apologize.
Anyways, well, sorry about that. We kind of just like ran up the time.
We're at 1 hour and 6 right now, people. We have hit a new personal
record.
Best. Personal
All
record.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up.
Yes.
Thanks for calling into the Shappers hotline.
Yeah. Any questions? Yeah. Send them our way, even in DMs. Yeah. And we'll get to them.
So this podcast is WSHAP approved.
WSHAP approved.
So is our SMEG. We put our SMEG on Instagram today. Go check it out. That is what fuels us through the week. We got it as a wedding gift and we're obsessed with it. Highly recommend. It's our coffee pot. Is what I didn't say coffee pot. I just said SMEG.
Yeah. Jackie, the barista, right?
Yep.
Barista. This is Jackie barista approved.
Oh my gosh.
As well.
All right. Stamp of approval. We put it on there. We'll have the link on our stories in case you want to check it out. We have the pastel blue one. It's a really, really, really cute. Yeah. I hope that we answered your questions well, and that we just wish y'all well. We just we hope that you leave wanting to go spend some time with the Lord, because I know I am wanting to do that right now. But thanks for listening. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Happy hump day.
Yep.
And like, subscribe, comment, follow.
All of that.
Add to the library.
Yes.
And we will talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.